Good evening, everyone. I want to start by asking you a simple but important question. Why do some people, some teams, some organizations achieve incredible success while others struggle? Is it luck, talent, hard work? We've all seen incredibly talented people fall short. We've seen hardworking teams never quite make it. And we've seen those who seem to get lucky, but luck, as we all know, doesn't last. So what is the formula? Success isn't a mystery. It's not a secret reserved for the few. It's a pattern, a set of principles that, when followed, create momentum, drive, and achievement. And today I want to share with you three fundamental elements that make up this winning formula. Success is not about what you do, it's about why you do it. Every great leader, every successful entrepreneur, every game-changing innovator starts with a deep sense of purpose. It's what drives them when challenges arise, what fuels their passion when the odds are stacked against them, and what keeps them moving forward when others would quit. Purpose is not a marketing gimmick or a trendy buzzword. It's the foundation upon which true success is built. When we look at the most successful organizations and individuals in history, we see a common thread. They didn't just focus on making money or gaining recognition. They were driven by something bigger than themselves. Apple didn't start by saying, "We sell computers." They started with a belief that they could challenge the status quo and make technology beautifully simple. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't say, "I have a plan." He said, "I have a dream." The Wright brothers didn't just want to build a flying machine. They wanted to give humanity the ability to soar. People don't buy into what you do, they buy into why you do it. Customers, employees, and even competitors are drawn to those who stand for something meaningful. When a company has a clear purpose, it attracts loyal customers who believe in its mission, not just in its products. When a leader has a strong purpose, they inspire teams to go above and beyond, not because they have to, but because they want to. Purpose creates alignment, clarity, and momentum. Without purpose, work becomes just a series of tasks. It becomes easy to get caught up in the routine, to feel uninspired, to lose motivation. But when you operate with a clear purpose, every action takes on meaning. The long hours don't feel like sacrifice, they feel like investment. The setbacks don't feel like failures, they feel like lessons. Challenges don't feel like obstacles, they feel like opportunities to grow. Purpose transforms the way we see our work, our goals, and our lives. Many people believe that purpose is something they need to go out and find, as if it's hiding somewhere, waiting to be discovered. But purpose isn't found, it's clarified. It's something you define, refine, and strengthen over time. It comes from your values, your experiences, your passions. It's the intersection of what you care about, what you're good at, and what the world needs. And some of the most successful people in the world didn't start with a perfectly articulated purpose. They started with curiosity, with a desire to solve a problem, with a belief in something greater than themselves. Over time, as they took action, their purpose became clearer. The key is to start, to take steps forward, to engage with the work that excites you and the causes that matter to you. Purpose is not something you sit around and wait for, it's something you cultivate through action. Organizations that thrive in the long run are those that stay anchored to their purpose even as the world around them changes. They don't just chase trends or short-term profits, they remain committed to their core beliefs. When businesses operate without a strong sense of purpose, they become reactive, constantly shifting strategies in an attempt to stay relevant. But when a company has a deep, unwavering purpose, every decision is guided by a clear and consistent vision. For individuals, purpose is what sustains motivation over the long term. It's easy to be excited at the beginning of a new endeavor. The novelty, the energy, the possibilities, they all create an initial burst of enthusiasm. But excitement fades, reality sets in, challenges appear. Without purpose, that's where most people stop. They lose steam, they question if it's worth it. They look for an easier path. But those who operate with purpose push through, because their motivation isn't based on fleeting emotions. It's grounded in something deeper. Success without purpose feels hollow. We've all heard stories of people who seem to have it all, wealth, power, fame, yet still felt unfulfilled. That's because achievement alone doesn't create meaning. True success is not just about reaching a goal, it's about knowing why that goal matters in the first place. Purpose gives success its depth. It turns accomplishments into impact. It turns effort into legacy. Clarity of purpose also makes decision-making easier. When you know what you stand for, you don't waste time chasing opportunities that don't align with your values. You don't get distracted by things that don't move you toward your mission. You learn to say no to what doesn't serve your purpose, so you can say yes to what truly matters. The greatest leaders, the most resilient entrepreneurs, the most fulfilled individuals, all operate with a deep sense of purpose. They wake up every day knowing why they do what they do. They don't just go through the motions. They move with intention. They don't just work for success, they work for significance. Motivation is one of the most unreliable forces in the pursuit of success. It feels great when it's there, pushing us forward, making us feel unstoppable. But the problem with motivation is that it comes and goes. Some days you wake up feeling inspired, ready to take on the world. Other days you wake up and just don't feel like it. If motivation is the only thing fueling your progress, then your success becomes inconsistent, dictated by emotions rather than action. The people who achieve great things are not the ones who rely on motivation. They are the ones who rely on discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's the foundation of consistency, and consistency is what creates progress. A writer who only writes when they feel inspired will never finish a book. An athlete who only trains when they feel energetic will never reach their full potential. A leader who only shows up when they feel motivated will never build a team that trusts them. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent, luck, or even passion. It's the discipline to keep showing up every single day, regardless of how they feel. Many people wait for the right moment to act. They tell themselves that once they feel motivated, once they have more time, once they have the perfect conditions, they will start. But waiting for motivation is a losing strategy because motivation is fleeting. The most successful people don't wait for the right mood to strike. They create habits that make action automatic. They remove the need to make a decision every day about whether or not to work towards their goals. Instead, they make the decision once to commit, and then they let discipline take over. Discipline is what turns dreams into reality. It's what separates those who wish from those who achieve. When people look at top performers in any field, they often see the results but not the process. They see the championship win but not the hours of training. They see the best-selling book but not the thousands of words written and rewritten. They see the successful business but not the years of effort, sacrifice, and persistence. Behind every great achievement is a person who chose discipline over convenience. One of the biggest myths about discipline is that it means suffering, deprivation, or forcing yourself to do things you hate. But discipline is not punishment, it's freedom. It's the freedom to create the life you want because you're in control of your actions, not at the mercy of your emotions. It's the freedom to reach your potential because you're not letting distractions, procrastination, or temporary feelings dictate your future. When you develop discipline, you no longer need motivation to act. You act because it's part of who you are. Discipline is built through small, repeated actions. It's not about massive willpower or extreme sacrifices. It's about committing to simple habits done consistently over time. It's showing up even when the progress is slow. It's putting in the effort even when no one is watching. It's understanding that growth is not always exciting or glamorous. It's often repetitive, unremarkable, and difficult. But that's exactly why so few people stick with it and why those who do achieve extraordinary results. People often overestimate what they can do in a day and underestimate what they can accomplish in a year. Discipline works because it compounds. Small efforts, consistently applied, lead to massive results. A person who reads for 10 minutes a day will be significantly more knowledgeable in a year than someone who waits until they feel inspired to read. A person who exercises 3 times a week, no matter how small the workout, will be in far better shape than someone who works out only when they're in the mood. Progress is built on consistency, not intensity. There will always be days when you don't feel like it. Days when everything seems hard, when progress feels invisible, when giving up feels easier than pushing forward. This is where discipline matters most. The ability to show up despite discomfort, to push through the resistance, to do what needs to be done, even when every part of you wants to quit That is where success is created. That is where breakthroughs happen. That is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. No one achieves success alone. Every great leader, every accomplished individual, every high-performing team has something in common. They are surrounded by the right people. The people around us shape our thoughts, our habits, and ultimately our results. The company we keep influences our mindset, our ambition, and our ability to push forward when things get tough. The environment we place ourselves in can either elevate us or hold us back. Success is not just about personal effort. It's about proximity to the right influences. If you spend time around people who challenge you, inspire you, and hold you to a higher standard, you will naturally rise to meet that level. If you surround yourself with people who complain, make excuses, and settle for less, you will eventually adopt the same patterns. Human beings are wired for connection, and whether we realize it or not, we absorb the behaviors, attitudes, and beliefs of those around us. The people in our lives either push us closer to our goals or pull us away from them. The most successful individuals are intentional about their relationships. They actively seek out mentors who have already walked the path they want to travel. They build friendships with those who encourage growth, who challenge their thinking, and who push them to be better. They align themselves with peers who share their values and their drive for excellence. Being around people who are committed to success creates an environment where ambition is normal, effort is expected, and excellence is the standard. Many people underestimate the power of environment. They believe success is purely an individual effort, failing to recognize how much their surroundings influence their mindset. A person trying to grow a business will struggle if they constantly hear negativity from those around them. A person trying to get in shape will find it harder if their social circle does not prioritize health. A person striving for greatness in any field will be limited if they are surrounded by mediocrity. The environment we choose either makes success easier or significantly harder. The right people do more than just support you. They challenge you. They call out your excuses. They push you beyond your comfort zone. They refuse to let you settle for less than your potential. They hold you accountable, not just to your goals, but to your highest standards. The best relationships are not always comfortable because growth is not comfortable. Surrounding yourself with the right people means being willing to face hard truths, accept constructive criticism, and embrace discomfort in the pursuit of something greater. It's not just about adding the right people, it's also about letting go of the wrong ones. Some relationships drain energy instead of adding to it. Some people bring negativity, drama, or a mindset that limits what's possible. Letting go of these influences is difficult, but it is necessary for growth. Holding on to relationships that no longer align with your vision can slow progress, create doubt, and make the journey harder than it needs to be. The right people will remind you of your goals when you forget. They will push you to keep going when you want to quit. They will celebrate your wins, not because they benefit, but because they genuinely want to see you succeed. They will challenge your thinking, not to criticize, but to help you expand your perspective. The right relationships make the impossible feel possible, not because the obstacles disappear, but because you are no longer facing them alone. Energy is contagious. Enthusiasm, discipline, and ambition spread just as easily as negativity, doubt, and complacency. The people you surround yourself with will either fuel your drive or drain it. They will either reinforce your belief in what's possible or make you question your ability to achieve it. Choosing the right people is one of the most strategic decisions you can make in the pursuit of success. There is a saying, if you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Growth comes from being around those who push you, who challenge you, who force you to level up. Being in the right environment elevates your thinking, your standards, and your expectations for yourself. It makes you strive for more, not out of pressure, but because excellence becomes your new normal. The people in your life should reflect the future you want, not the past you've outgrown. Surround yourself with those who inspire you, who challenge you, and who make you better. Be intentional about who you allow into your space, because the people around you don't just influence your present, they shape your future. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is a necessary part of it. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every remarkable accomplishment is built on a foundation of failures, mistakes, and setbacks. The most successful people in the world are not those who avoid failure, but those who embrace it, learn from it, and use it as fuel to move forward. Failure is not a dead end, it is a stepping stone. It is feedback, a lesson, a necessary ingredient in the process of growth. The problem is that most people fear failure. They see it as something to be ashamed of, something that defines them, something that should be avoided at all costs. But the reality is, the only way to avoid failure completely is to do nothing, risk nothing, and attempt nothing. The people who achieve the least in life are not those who fail the most, but those who are too afraid to try. Fear of failure keeps people stuck in their comfort zones, unwilling to take the steps necessary to grow, improve, and achieve their potential. The greatest innovators, entrepreneurs, and leaders in history have all experienced failure, often repeatedly. Thomas Edison made thousands of unsuccessful attempts before inventing the light bulb. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination before creating one of the most influential entertainment empires in history. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team before becoming one of the greatest athletes of all time. The difference between these individuals and those who never achieve success is not that they never failed, but that they refused to let failure stop them. They saw failure as information, not as an identity. Failure teaches what success cannot. It reveals weaknesses, exposes blind spots, and provides the opportunity to improve. When something doesn't go as planned, it forces a reassessment, a rethinking, a deeper understanding of what needs to change. It builds resilience, making future challenges easier to navigate. Without failure, there is no innovation, no growth, no improvement. Every mistake is a chance to refine strategies, strengthen skills, and gain insight that would be impossible to learn through success alone. One of the biggest mistakes people make is taking failure personally. They attach their self-worth to their results, believing that if they fail at something, they themselves are failures. But failure is an event, not a person. It is a moment in time, not a permanent label. The most successful individuals separate their identity from their outcomes. They understand that failure is part of the process, not a reflection of their worth or ability. This mindset shift allows them to take risks, push boundaries, and pursue ambitious goals without fear of setbacks holding them back. The way people respond to failure determines their future success. Some allow it to define them, causing them to retreat, give up, or settle for less than their potential. Others use it as motivation, treating every setback as a lesson, every mistake as an opportunity to grow. The most successful individuals adopt a mindset of curiosity rather than defeat. They ask themselves what went wrong, what they can learn, and how they can improve. They see failure not as an obstacle, but as part of the journey toward excellence. Resilience is built through failure. No one develops mental toughness by succeeding all the time. Strength comes from adversity, from overcoming difficulties, from pushing through discomfort. The more someone fails and keeps going, the more confidence they develop in their ability to handle challenges. Each time they get back up, they reinforce the belief that they are capable, adaptable, and strong enough to succeed. This resilience is what allows people to keep moving forward despite difficulties, rejections, and unexpected setbacks. Failure is also a test of commitment. Many people set ambitious goals, but the moment they encounter difficulties, they begin to question whether they should continue. Those who are truly committed don't see failure as a reason to quit. They see it as proof that they are pushing themselves beyond their current limits. They recognize that setbacks are part of progress, and that anything worth achieving requires persistence. Commitment means continuing to move forward, even when the initial excitement has faded and the challenges appear overwhelming. Society often celebrates success without acknowledging the failures that came before it. People see the end result, the accomplishments, the recognition, but they rarely see the struggles, the rejections, the disappointments. This creates the illusion that success happens overnight, or that it is reserved for those who never fail. But in reality, success is a process of continuous learning, adapting, and improving. Every successful person has a story of failures that shaped them, strengthened them, and prepared them for the achievements that came later. Reframing failure as an essential part of success changes everything. It allows people to take risks, pursue goals fearlessly, and see setbacks as valuable rather than discouraging. It shifts the focus from avoiding mistakes to embracing growth. The people who accomplish the most in life are not the ones who never fail, but the ones who refuse to let failure stop them. They see failure as a teacher, as a necessary part of the journey, and as a sign that they are pushing themselves towards something meaningful. Success is not a one-time event, it is a process that unfolds over time. The people who achieve the most in life are the ones who understand that real success is a long game, not a quick win. The world tends to glorify overnight success stories, highlighting the breakthrough moment, while ignoring the years of effort, setbacks, and persistence that led to it. But the truth is, lasting success is built on patience, consistency, and the willingness to play the long game. Most people want quick results. They want to see instant progress, immediate rewards, and fast recognition. But anything truly worthwhile takes time. The best businesses, the greatest innovations, the strongest relationships, and the most remarkable achievements are all the result of years of effort. The people who succeed are the ones who resist the urge for shortcuts and instead focus on building something sustainable, something that will stand the test of time. Playing the long game means making decisions based on long-term impact rather than short-term gratification. It means resisting the temptation to take easy wins that don't align with bigger goals. It means choosing growth over comfort, consistency over intensity, and patience over immediate rewards. The most successful people understand that small actions, repeated consistently over time, compound into massive results. They don't look for quick fixes or overnight transformations. They commit to the process, trusting that the effort they put in today will pay off in the future. One of the biggest challenges in playing the long game is managing frustration. When results don't come quickly, it's easy to feel discouraged, to question whether the effort is worth it, to consider giving up. But success is not about immediate validation. It's about staying the course, even when progress is slow. Most people overestimate what they can achieve in a short period and underestimate what they can accomplish over years of consistent effort. The key is to stay patient, trust the process, and continue moving forward even when success seems far away. The long game requires resilience because setbacks are inevitable. There will be failures, obstacles, and moments of doubt. Those who achieve lasting success are the ones who keep going, adapting to challenges rather than letting them become roadblocks. They understand that difficulties are not signs to stop, but opportunities to refine strategies, improve skills, and become stronger. Every great success story is filled with moments of struggle, but those struggles are what create the foundation for long-term achievement. Sustainable success comes from building strong fundamentals. Instead of chasing quick wins, successful people focus on developing the skills, habits, and mindset that will support their goals for years to come. A business that focuses on creating real value rather than quick profits will stand the test of time. A person who prioritizes long-term health rather than short-term diets will achieve lasting well-being. A leader who invests in relationships rather than seeking immediate recognition will build a legacy that lasts. The foundation matters more than the speed of progress. Playing the long game also means embracing continuous improvement. Success is not a final destination, but an ongoing journey. Those who achieve the most in life never stop learning, growing, and evolving. They don't see success as something they arrive at. They see it as something they build every single day. They focus on progress rather than perfection, knowing that even small improvements add up over time. The ability to delay gratification is one of the greatest predictors of long-term success. The most accomplished individuals are the ones who can resist short-term temptations in favor of long-term rewards. They choose to invest their time, energy, and resources wisely, understanding that real success is built over years, not days. They are willing to put in the work without expecting immediate results because they know that persistence and patience always pay off in the end. Trusting the long game means accepting that success may not always look like progress. There will be plateaus, moments where effort seems to go unnoticed, and times when results feel out of reach. But those who stay committed, who continue showing up, who remain focused on their bigger vision, those are the people who ultimately win. Playing the long game is about believing in the process, making decisions with the future in mind, and refusing to let temporary obstacles derail long-term goals. Success is never just about talent, intelligence, or even hard work. It is about mindset. The way people think shapes their actions, their resilience, and their ability to navigate challenges. The most successful individuals operate from a mindset that is focused on growth, learning, and adaptability. They do not see limitations, they see opportunities. They do not see failure as an endpoint, they see it as feedback. The difference between those who achieve great things and those who do not is not a matter of luck or privilege, it is a matter of how they choose to think. A fixed mindset keeps people stuck. It makes them believe their abilities are set, that they are either good at something or they are not. It causes them to avoid challenges, fearing that failure is a reflection of their identity rather than a necessary part of growth. People with a fixed mindset give up easily because they see obstacles as proof that they are not capable. They seek validation rather than improvement, avoiding situations where they might struggle or be judged. They focus on looking smart rather than becoming better. This mindset keeps people in their comfort zones, preventing them from taking the necessary steps to grow. A growth mindset, on the other hand, sees everything as a learning opportunity. People with this mindset believe that skills, intelligence, and abilities can be developed through effort and persistence. They do not view challenges as threats, but as opportunities to improve. They embrace discomfort because they understand that growth does not happen in ease, but in struggle. When they encounter failure, they do not internalize it as proof of their inadequacy. Instead, they analyze what went wrong, make adjustments, and try again. The most successful people understand that their thoughts shape their reality. If they believe something is possible, they will find a way. If they believe they are capable of learning, they will put in the effort. If they believe that obstacles are temporary, they will push through them. The moment someone changes their mindset, they change their trajectory. When they shift from asking, "Can I do this?" to "How can I do this?" everything changes. The power of mindset is most evident in how people handle adversity. Life will always present difficulties, unexpected challenges, setbacks, disappointments. The question is not whether these things will happen, but how a person will respond when they do. People with a fixed mindset see adversity as unfair, something that happens to them. They see struggle as a reason to quit. But those with a growth mindset see adversity as part of the process. They understand that struggle is where strength is built. They see difficulty as an opportunity to develop resilience, creativity, and problem-solving skills. Mindset also shapes how people see effort. A fixed mindset sees effort as a sign of weakness. If something requires too much work, they assume they are not meant to do it. A growth mindset sees effort as the price of entry for anything worthwhile. It does not see struggle as a sign to stop, but as proof that progress is happening. The most successful individuals do not seek the easiest path. They seek the path that will make them better. Surroundings influence mindset. The conversations people engage in, the content they consume, the people they spend time with, all of these shape the way they think. Those who are constantly around negativity, doubt, and fear will start to internalize those thoughts. But those who surround themselves with possibility, encouragement, and ambition will naturally develop a mindset that is geared towards success. Mindset is a choice. It is not something a person is born with. It is something they build. It requires self-awareness to recognize limiting beliefs and the discipline to replace them with empowering ones. It requires shifting from a perspective of scarcity, where opportunities are limited and success is reserved for a select few, to a perspective of abundance, where growth is possible and success is available to anyone willing to put in the work. The most successful people in the world are not the smartest, the luckiest, or the most talented. They are the ones who choose to think differently. They are the ones who refuse to see obstacles as permanent, who believe in their ability to improve, and who embrace the process of growth no matter how uncomfortable it may be. They do not wait for circumstances to change. They change their mindset, and in doing so, they change their future. Purpose, discipline, the right people. That's the formula. But here's the catch. It only works if you do. You can have all the purpose in the world, but if you don't take action, nothing happens. You can be disciplined, but if you're surrounding yourself with the wrong influences, you'll be pulled in the wrong direction. Success isn't a one-time event. It's not a finish line. It's a way of operating, a way of thinking, a way of living. So as you leave here today, I challenge you, don't just listen to these ideas. Apply them. Define your purpose. Commit to discipline. Choose your circle wisely. And if you do, success won't be something you chase. It will be something you attract. Thank you.